In this episode, I really just want to talk about a couple things. First, I want to share with you the program within our county, Sacramento County, that offers free trees and just how what that process looked like and how easy it was to use. And then later in the episode, I'm going to bring you along. We're going to go to the nursery and pick out a few other trees and other bushes that's just going to add in and fill out the rest of this space in our backyard. And finally, you're going to take a look at how we dug through our hard pan clay, and Luke's is going to give you some tips and tricks on planting trees and shrubbery.
This is why you get a jackhammer for this thing. See, you want to dig through that granite? Because I guarantee those were bigger pieces before the that clay bit probably broke them up.
Hey guys, welcome back to our Liberty House. My name's Beth, and I'm here today to talk about a really exciting project in our backyard. So if you guys have been following along, you've seen our new house and our remodel of our yard as we build out our front yard garden. But here in the backyard, we're actually pretty excited to be landscaping quite a bit and just planting a whole bunch of flowers and trees that are really pollinator friendly, bird friendly, and just create that ecosystem for our yard that's really just going to benefit the garden. And I'm really excited to talk about a program within our county where you can actually get free trees. And if you guys have looked at the prices of trees recently, they're ridiculously expensive. And in our yard, we really kind of gutted everything. There weren't a lot of healthy trees or healthy plants already. And we had taken down one tree that was invasive, and long story short, we wanted to plant quite a few trees. So first things first, we got 3 free trees from our county, which is pretty awesome. If you know the price of trees, they can be really expensive. And I wasn't sure what we would be getting, if we'd be getting these tiny little sticks or what, quality or how, what our selection would be. And truthfully, I was really impressed with the entire process. So if you live in Sacramento and you're interested in trees, basically just go to the SMUD website and search for their free tree program, and you'll see a list of a whole bunch of trees. There's some that are free and some that aren't, but you can easily filter to just the free trees or those available for free. And in order to get these for free, you can't just add to cart and ship it. You actually have to set up an appointment with an arborist in your area who's going to look at a satellite view of your home and just determine what the best spots are for these trees, and just make sure, I think it's really just a formality, truly. But if you have questions specific to the trees and, if there's going to be a lot of drop or if they're deciduous or evergreen, that person's going to be able to answer a lot of those questions. So from that process, we set up our appointment, and it took about 4 weeks to get an appointment with the arborist. And they said on their website, getting the tree could take anywhere from 1 week to 3 months. So we weren't sure how fast this whole process was going to go. And honestly, we had our appointment on Monday and we got these trees delivered on Thursday, which is pretty amazing. We got 3 trees. We decided along our back fence that we are going to plant a pineapple guava tree and a strawberry tree. And we picked those trees just because of the size we really liked, and that they're both evergreen trees. We liked the evergreen again for that privacy from the neighbor. And then we got a 3rd tree right over here. It's a Chinese pistache tree, which is a deciduous tree. It's going to get a lot bigger, so we're actually going to put that on the other side of the house, which is our 2-story side, because we want a little bit of privacy from our master bedroom window. That will just kind of give us some privacy. And this tree I really liked because it turns bright fiery red and just a beautiful fall color every year. So those are the 3 trees that we got. But when you look at this website, there's a ton of different trees. There's fruiting trees, there's non-fruiting trees. There's a pretty good selection of different things that you can do. And I'm not sure, I didn't ask if there's a limit to the number of trees you can acquire, but he didn't blink an eye when I asked for 3. So, and when you look at these trees, honestly, they're in pretty good shape. They're honestly all pretty tall too. You're seeing this at my height, and I'm zooming out just a bit. So these 2, the Chinese pistache is probably a solid 5 or 6 feet tall. Same with, I get these 2 mixed up. This is the pineapple guava tree on the right. It's also super tall. And then the strawberry tree is just a little bit shorter, but still, they look extremely healthy. They give you the stakes and everything you need to go with it. It just rained last night, so everything's just a little wet. So yeah, we are going to be planting these today, like I said, and we're just going to bring you along. So let's get going with that. We are back from the nursery. Just spent my child's tuition on some plants. No, I'm just kidding. But no, we got some pretty exciting stuff. We picked out a couple smoke trees. Let me get in here. So a royal purple smoke tree. I'm really excited for this because it turns just like bright fiery red in the fall. We got a second smoke tree, which is this guy. Which just has purple foliage, and that is just going to be really pretty too. Got a smaller one, so we have this one here is like 4 to 6 feet in height, while this royal purple one can get up to 15 feet. So those will be kind of right next to each other, staggered, and I think together they'll look really, really pretty. We got a fringe flower, which I'm really excited about because this will bloom in the spring, and it'll just have this like very vibrant, bright pink flowers, and it just has really pretty foliage for the rest of the time. So I think it'll just be a really pretty addition to the back. And then my favorite thing I'm really excited about is this camellia. We got the debutante camellia, which is I just think it's the prettiest personally. And this one here is actually, let me find yeah, here we go. So it's already pruned to be kind of tree-like, and it can get 8 feet tall. So that's this guy here. And that blooms in the winter. You can see it's just starting to bud out. So I think that's just going to be a really pretty addition as well. So we have, yeah, four other tall things. So we'll have 6 total for this back fence area right over here. And since we're entering into our rainy season here in Sacramento, we're really just focusing on getting these larger trees and larger bushes established now. We're going to come back in the springtime and plant in some smaller, like filler plants, so to speak. But right now we're really just kind of focused on getting this big stuff planted and established over the winter. And to describe how we're going to be planting in our clay-filled backyard, I'm going to hand it over to my husband, Lucas, who's going to explain.
Hey everybody, it's Lucas here. So what I ended up renting was a 27-pound demolition hammer. It's essentially a small jackhammer. I chose to go with the bigger one just because of the size of the holes that we were going to be using. They do make smaller varieties that will fit that clay spade. A little bit more work, which would be great for shrubs or small plants. With the size of the trees, we chose to go a little bit bigger, more efficient. So what I did is, we marked out where the trees are going to go, spread the mulch aside, and then started cutting in essentially the outside perimeter. We dug that out, got that topsoil off and that initial piece off, and then went back in because of that hard pan clay. You really want to get as deep as possible. So we wanted to go almost twice as deep as the trees we were planting, just to give them that healthy soil to expand their roots, to get established over this winter until they get healthy and big enough really to cut through that clay. And so, I really spent some time moving this jackhammer around and getting a lot of the soil out. But I would say 10 out of 10 would recommend, if you're planting a lot of trees and a lot of large things in a hard pan clay granite situation, it's worth the money to rent something like this. It's going to save you time, and really it's going to save your back at the end of the day. So what we ended up filling the holes with was a mixture of soil building conditioner, which is really just a fine mulch that is really suited for hard pan clay soils. It's going to absorb water. It's going to slowly break down over time. It's not going to get compacted. So it's going to give the roots of these trees something to grow in and breathe in and have good drainage. So you hopefully don't end up with any root rot situations. And then we got a truckload of compost, just a pure organic compost, and mix that in with the soil building conditioner and also just a basic starter fertilizer just to give them a little bit of kick, to help with that transplant shock. And then went in and obviously filled the holes in completely with that same compost all the way around them. So the SMUD trees did come with 2 stakes per tree. So, we want to put those in. You definitely want to remove the nursery stake. It's just very restrictive on the plant. Putting these stakes about 18 inches from the base of the tree will give it room to grow. It'll help create a stronger trunk as it blows in the wind, but it'll also still give it support. The other trees that we got, we are going to stake up as well. And you want to tie them off, and then I will come back here later this week and add the drip irrigation.
All right, everyone, that's it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed watching us plant these trees and learn something. And I hope you guys take advantage of the SMUD free tree program. It was pretty awesome. And I'm laughing as I'm watching this back because it's totally girl math that I saved money on 3 trees, so I spent more money on the trees that I bought, but it's all good, right? Anywho, if you don't live in our area, I'd love to hear if your municipality offers a free tree program. Comment below and make sure to like and subscribe this video, and we'll be happy to give you some more content and updates as we get these trees established and our drip irrigation set up. Thanks everyone. Bye for now.